Hello, everybody. It's the final day of Inktober. You know what that means. The drawing, because it's still Inktober, it's not over yet. Today's word of the day is award. Gotta write it down so people know what I'm talking about. That's what the word is, alright? And I thought, there's a lot of different kinds of awards, right? You got your medals. You got your, that's right. You got your trophies. You got your certificate of completions. Right? But I made a decision, an ultimate decision. This is going to be a little controversial because it's technically, well, it's not even technically, it just straight up is Halloween. However, when I think of awards, there is one that comes to mind. One from a movie for a different season. Some of you may know what this is. Others may not. If you know what it is, kudos. If you don't, well, this is how you find out. I'm thinking of this lamp right here. The major award from A Christmas Story. That's what I think of when I think of award. So that's what I'm going to be drawing today. The Christmas Story lamp for Halloween. This already by itself is not bad. However, I want to use the actual lamp itself as a little reference piece. I'm not going to trace over it, but I do need to bring it in here if I want to use it as reference, and also see chat as well, because I like seeing chat. You guys make me happy. You guys really do. There we go. There's really not the lamp itself I have a little issue with. It's the leg itself. The leg shape is just off to me. I can't really do it super duper well, so I gotta try and use references. So I'm gonna start off with the base plate because why not? Oh, and also, yeah, I got some triumphant music playing for this day because it is, you know, the final day of Inktober. So that's what I've got going on right now. Alright. I haven't really done high heels before. I have not done much. So this is going to be a little bit of an experience. Especially over here, this is like, how do I get a nice shoe shape? That looks like it could work, somewhat. There you go. And of course, this is going to take a little bit of trial and error, because it's a first time. There's a first time for everything, and first times are always wackadoodle. Let me... There you go. And then we can also have like a little... Oh, let's see. The shoe's not right. Like that could work. I'm thinking, folks. I feel like that could work a little bit better. Make this go further down here. There, I'm thinking this is good. Here. Then you got the, obviously the foot itself. Let's see, how far do we want the, I guess if we want the, we want this to be about this tall. Small bit of this going around. There we go, something like that. I'm gonna go thin, because according to this, the thigh is it's a bit straight. It pretty much meets the toes here. What should we have around? Back. So it starts over here. That's a huge knee. I want the knee to be a little like that. This is probably not enough. We want something like this. Let's see. That's about that. We have about, that's about the length you want the width we want the ankle. We can have that. There we go, so like that. Fix this up a little bit. Now it's leaning forward. I guess now that I look at it, this whole lamp up here is a bit further ahead than the shoe. Actually, I wonder. This could be a smoother transition right here, because this is still a. There we go. There we go, something like that. So we got. This is gonna be that. So you can widen out a little bit. This could be a bit better. A bit longer. Something like that. This is gonna be a little weird. What if I did make it a little more Halloween themed by making this like a skeleton leg? So definitely, oh, look at that. I think that works. And then we could get rid of this. Oh, this is all painted on there. Oops. That's alright. Let's get this right going here. Huzzah! It's a major reward! I do want to fix this a bit. This is a bit. Maybe we could go like this. Because this right here, this curve seems a bit off. It just seems too smooth. We'll do that. We want something like that. Maybe. That's fine. I haven't done much anatomy studies, so this is going to be a little off. But that's okay. I think this is going to be fine right here. This could stand to be a little smoother of a gradient or of a slope out here. Something like that. Use this. Hmm. Cool. And yeah, I got a couple of these, not a lot. Here, here, here. And then of course we have a bunch of bits hanging down here. Maybe we could make this a little bit longer in the actual art, something like. What I really do want though is this being a little bit more centered. That's too far forward. Something like this would be fine, I think. Go back. Yeah, that'll work. There we are. And there we go. I think that could work well. We can also have a bunch of itty bitty lines here for the fishnets. That'll wait. Okay. Do this. Yeah, make it a little bit taller. That's what I need. Perfect. Okay. Save this. Gotta merge these two together. And we'll just take this and there we are. Look at this. Nice, easy. I should have used this for the colors. Nah. Yeah, no, we don't need that. Award lines. Alright, here's what we want. We want a nice golden plate for this. Like that. There we go. Like that. That's a bit too curved. Look at me making my own lines. Not using the line tool like a cheap hack. You know, what am I saying? You're not a cheap hack if you use the line tool. That's kind of expected, actually. Expectedly aren't a hack for using the tools available to you. Do this for the shoe because I want the shoe to be. Goes like this. I think that could work. Okay, just need to put this together. Redo. Hide that. This right here. It can work. The shoe itself, I'm still not fully satisfied with this shape, but I'm not really sure how much of a better shape I can make anyway. Okay. Next up is skin tone. It's gotta be something pale, because that's what the original, that's the original one. It looks very pale. This can go over here. This for now. That could work. Let's see if this is working. Let's lower the size of this thing. Okay. Right here. Almost. I just wanted a little bit of curvature to the joint, not actual. There we go. Word lines erase here. It gets the shoe is technically in front of the leg, which is behind the plate. I got this. Let's go for a dimmer version of this for more saturated because it's going to be lighter, darker because it's something like that. I think would work because it's the lamp edge. Of course, it's going to be waka waka doo doo, yeah. Went a little short because I know the lamp head is kind of lopsided. Oh, puppies. There we go, ish. Do this. So just like this. There we are. There we are, perfect. Mm-hmm. That could work. That could work. Do this and erase a bit of the leg. Or I'm gonna make sure it's at least solid before doing that. Okay, go ahead and erase. There we are. Whew. Let's solidify this a bit. It's getting a little light near the top. There we are. There we go. Nice. Then we take some of this and let's just go ahead and new layer for this. A new layer is going to do much better for this than drawing on the same there. There we go. There's this. There we go. Look at this. There we go. This is coming together. Alright. See if I can make this a bit tighter actually. Make these go a bit closer together. Kind of like how the original lamp had super duper close lines for the fishnets. That way we can emulate the original piece as best as we can. Go. And now we start here with the other side. There we are. This is going to be very interesting to color in. There we are. Look at this. This is downwards now. Which one was that one? Okay, that one. Okay, cool. And this. Don't you know? It's a major award. Okay. Let's go ahead and strengthen some of these implications right here. I want people to be like, oh yes, it's going all around the lake, not just, within the boundaries of the line. So we can actually see this, be like, ah yes. As for the parts that go out, we could erase them, but we could also just use the inherit alpha option. And that way it'll just go away when we don't want it to be there. Actually, let's just turn it on right now, and then group it up after we're done, making sure these are visible on the lines. That. I know, I'm being pre-Halloween sacrilegious right now. Halloween? Just Halloween-rigious? I don't know. But it's okay, because this is gosh darn masterpiece. There we go. Look at this. Don't you know? It's a major award. I wonder if I should add one more over here. And maybe one over here as well, because it's looking a bit... Nah, keep that like that. Save. Now we can group together. The award. And this will be the fishnet. Perfect. What do you do? You are also lines. Ah, whatever. And down here is the paint, the award colors. That's fun to look at. Alright. Do this. Raise this. We do have the colors here. I'm gonna try to use shading this time around to make these look good. Use shading for this instead of relying on lines to delineate between drawing or outline and color. So it is pretty funny just painting and seeing the the lamps shade or the fishnets coloring with the actual color I'm going with it. Fishnets could be erased here. That's that. That's technically the border of the lamp. Over here it will be a different story because the lamp shade is going to be a lighter shade than the what's it called? Supports the lines within them? Like, hold on, let me. I still have this right. Like these bits right here, or these bits, whatever these are, they're clearly different colors from the actual lampshade itself. That's the basis I'm going off of. There it is. Whew. There we go. Look at this absolute beauty. I might have to write something pretty darn good for this, because, you know, when I post this stuff on Twitter and Discord, I often have like a little description, whether it's like of the piece itself or my thoughts of as I was making the piece. So obviously I'm gonna, you know, include my thoughts on this piece, probably just the same quote I keep saying, but I also gotta like write something about how it's about, you know, the overall state of Inktober and how it's helped me. Because it has. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna be like, oh, technically it hasn't. I was always perfect. No, it's definitely helped me be better. Practice good habits, be productive, increase my general skill. What happened here? I just gotta put all my thoughts into words, and that is not something I'm good at. But you gotta practice. Just like with drawing, you gotta practice speaking if you want to speak well. I can also do the same here. Focus generally on shading for this piece than lines. Here, do that. We are. It is facing. Hold on, let me see if I can do something about that. Real quick, gonna go like boom, 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 boom. See if I can cheat a little bit. A little bit like that. That's better. Colors. Erase that. Do this, this. Fill this back in. Save. And over here too. Let's go ahead and fill this in. Okay. Save. Let's get some lighting going on here. Lighting. Right here, let's start with a nice, warm, probably max saturation. Maybe not saturation, but probably max saturation. Color temperature of the chart. Let's see this. Oh, hold on. All right. Let's go with this one actually. So let's go with 255. 255. I'm looking at light bulb temperatures. You know, because they got 3. Apparently, this is a very popular one. I might go a bit more. Let's go copy image here, paste. So this is the chart we're working with. All right, and this is the lamp we're working with. Copy image. So what temperature are we working with here? It looks like we are working with a 270? I think so. I think 270 is the best. We got it. Center is of course going to be white, but the immediate light around it is going to be probably this. So we'll just grab white first of all and get the actual light going on here. Well, nah. Focus on the outside, then we move inside. And that color we chose for the outside was, there we go. 270. 2700. Holy moly. 2700 for the outside. Maybe here. Let's go ahead. Actually, yeah. Let's make sure we do get the edges here. And it can go here too, because that's how it goes. Actually. She goes around the edges. So we'll do the lampshade itself first, then we'll do the lighting for the thigh. There. Next we do 5100? Right? Oh, right here. Yeah, 5100 around the middle here. Lower opacity. And then just straight up white in the middle. Take this, blur it all. Go to the colors real quick and turn off lighting. Oh shoot, I accidentally put that on the colors layer. Undo that. Undo all that. That needed to be on the As lighting. Okay. That's fine. We'll take off lighting, do this real quick, because there's a bit missing from the top. Okay. And on the lighting again, back onto the lighting, we do 51K here. I want this to be 51K on this lighting, that opacity, sweet. Whew. There we go. This, this. There you go. Now we can take this, blur it all, lower opacity. Do this. It's bright, but it's not that bright. Do this. Grab this. Not the middle, but towards the edges here, yeah. Alright. And over here for the leg, we have this going all the way down. Well, not all the way down, but at least like it's... Alright, it's clearly darker around the edges and gets... Well, looks like it gets bright pretty much everywhere. So we'll do this. Undo that. Lower opacity a lot and get this bit. Lower brightness here. We can get the edges. Lower, raise opacity a lot. There we are. And we'll take the same color temperatures for this. Let's lower the, raise this a little bit and lower opacity. Lower the size here. Hey Richard, thanks for the hydrate. Whew, that was good. That was needed. Thank you. A little bit of this here, or the actual center of the leg itself. There we go. We're basing this off of the. Today's word is award. So I'm trying to replicate the this leg lamp, the major award from A Christmas Story. Yeah, I know it's Halloween, so I'm being a little holiday sacrilegious. But I think it's funny enough to warrant it. Ooh, actually that could go hard. I see this. True, I mean, if you think about it, you know, Halloween is just Christmas, but with costumes. This. There we go. There we go. And the shoe itself, it's gonna be just this mixed with the blur tool. Huzzah! Okay. Probably not. But over here on the oh yeah, that could go. Do this. Increase opacity. Here. Get this. Gold plating, the gold plate on the floor is done. We've got some pretty darn nice shading down here. Oh, wait, we don't have the rims down here. Let's try this with the fishnet. Well, right above the fishnet. Oh, I like this. This looks so like painted on or fake, which is nice. All right. This should be. Okay, I see. Above the lighting, actually. It's gonna be. This thing doesn't reflect the light. It just is. Actually, yeah. How was your stream yesterday, Reg? How was Arc Raiders? I meant to ask you about that, but I never got around to it. Let's do this. Okay. Heck yeah. Delete this layer. Oh, what we do need now is the title. You are the title. You are the title. I wonder if I could actually just submit. Keep the lighting like this. Or if I could just go with. Maybe go with. This is gonna be hard to read, isn't it? Yeah, I'll just probably go over it with back to 0. Oh. 0. There we go. Perfect. I could just put a word down here. Nah, I think it's funnier to make out of the fishnet. So we'll just go with. That's a low. I could probably just cheat a little bit here. There's gonna be. There's not really many this going in the direction I need. So we can fix that. And this needs to be a bit straighter, I suppose. So like. I don't know, undo that, that's too thick. That's a bit big, so we'll just shrink this down to the next one here. There we go. Award. Let's add a, you know what, just for funsies, let's also add a bit of light. Because this is going to go in the darker version, darker area of the canvas, or it is in the darker area of the canvas. So we'll just put this light behind everything, including the sketch actually. And go with some of this. Maybe there we are. And that's Inktober, actually. Oh, actually, hold on. Let's do the original plan of having this go right over here. How far can I make it go? That's gonna start becoming a problem. How about right over here? I see, he was just adding on to that. Oops. Here. Here. Main issue is this bit right here, the smoke. Oh. Yeah, it's not like that actually. That could work out very well. There you go. I think this could work. Yeah. Heck yeah. Go to the light. We'll use this to erase a little bit, make it a little bit more even. That. Where's it? In here, the word colors, for the lighting. This paint right here, erase this right here. Lighting comes back. So clean. Oh, background. Everything can be white. Should be this. Save this. Okay. You can put a bit of light in front of the the wrong color, that's what it is. Here. Here, save, and a little bit underneath the lines. Light 2, electric boogaloo. A little bit. Save this. background can go back to black and white. I think this will work for a gradient. Or we could go. I think. Yeah, we'll stick with this. Over here, light 2. We'll have to blur it out a little bit. Yep. All right. We did it, everybody. We beat Inktober. This is the official final version of the canvas that I will be saving and posting. I want to thank everyone who's joined me on this journey. This has been really fun, and I've learned a lot about drawing and practicing in general. So I actually this right there. I really want to thank you all, everyone who stopped by and spoken or just lurked. I do plan to keep drawing, most likely on stream, because I have a couple of projects in mind. But I also do plan to get back into gaming a little bit more, so I'll probably figure out a schedule there. And once I have a schedule, I'll stick to it to the best of my abilities until situations change. But yeah, that's it. I'll be posting this canvas on Twitter and Discord if you guys are interested. And yeah, I guess I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.